The new Netflix.
What's up, everybody? Just gonna let some people usher in. Bear with me. Rob, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the show. People usher in. Oh, I'm a little waggish. All right. Gonna get started in just a few minutes. Got those topics ready. All right. How you doing, buddy? Hey, what's going on, Richard? Thanks for joining me, man. Gonna get started in just a few minutes. Wait for a few people to pop on. I said 9:30, and it's a couple minutes early. So bear with me. Tonight's topics, just so you. Hey, happy birthday, Richard. All right. Oh, I'm sorry I'm sorry to hear that. But happy birthday. All right. Okay. All right. Get started in just a few seconds. Just waiting for other people to pop on. Rob, you're in charge of the comments, just so you guys know. All right. Okay. Get started in just a second. All right, well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Scene Snobs Podcast. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, as always, and this is Scene Snobs Podcast Live, Tuesday nights, every Tuesday at 9:30. Make sure you're joining in. So we're getting started. Feeling a little under the weather, so you have to bear with me. And things are kind of lagging at the moment. I'm just trying to get it started up. So, all right. A lot of stuff going on. I just wanted to get on top of that. And one of those things is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures is back again for another adventure. They face the music. Who saw the trailer today? Rob, very nice. Good reaching out. So who saw the trailer today? We're going to talk about a lot of things and more, but that was probably my most exciting news from today. Was that the Bill and Ted trailer came out. I've been looking forward to that for a while. So this August, it will be out. Right now, it's up in the air whether it's going to be out in theaters or it will be out in for on demand, video on demand. So either way, I am excited. Okay. Sorry. YouTube is giving me a little bit of problems. So just trying to get that situated. All right. So you did see the trailer. Oh, we got a troll. Yeah, so trailer looks interesting. You didn't like it, Rob? I thought you would have enjoyed it. So we got some updates coming up on the show. So the group watches are kind of going away for a little while, the Saturday night group watches. We have some new stuff coming on, going on. We have new shows starting. I have 2 in 3 weeks that are going to be starting: a Monday morning show and a Friday night showcase. So the group watches on Saturday nights are just, for a little while at least, we're gonna take a temporary hiatus. Now, that's not to say that can't pop up here and there with guest hosts and things like that. Just unfortunately, I am unable to do them on Saturday nights. So, hey, Evan, what's going on, man? Alex, thanks for joining. Saw the trailer. I'm happy to see the boys back for another trip. Face the music. I love it. I really do. I'm so excited for it. Keanu's voice is off. I don't know. It didn't seem like he got the character down like his partner did. Hey, calm down, Rob. We all know Keanu's a national treasure who knows what he's doing. Definitely gonna see it. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. So with that, we get so with the group watch kind of going away for now. Again, it's a temporary thing. We'll bring it back, especially if more and more people sort of demand it. But last weekend I couldn't do it, and then this upcoming weekend I can't do it. So I just need to kind of take a break with other shows popping up. We also have another show that I'm currently working on. I don't want to put out there too quickly, but myself and a partner are going to be teaming up and doing that. So make sure you're keeping track on the website of everything, because we have a lot of stuff going on. We're soon probably going to have a live show 5 nights a week at least. If the group watches come back, it will be 6. So keep track of that. It's a lot of fun. And recorded, we're going to have a lot of shows coming back. So Marriage Like That podcast we'll be doing again. That's going to be a once-a-month podcast starring my wife and I, where we host it and just kind of talk about different things relating to relationships and parenthood and things like that. So that's going to be coming back. Pulling Focus episode 11 is out now. Just came out today. That's me and Brian Patrick from Skyline Indie Film Fest. We host a filmmaking podcast. Go check that out. I also put out 2 Scene Snobs podcasts this week. Interviews with Ariel Basta, who's the host of the Ride the Omnibus podcast, and Rusty Gilligan, who is a comic artist, and so much more. He has interesting story. They both did, where they're both a lot of fun to talk to. So lots of stuff going on there. Go check those out. They were a lot of fun to do. Now, going forward, it looks like Scene Snobs is going to be kind of changing up a little bit in just kind of how we do things. But we will unveil a lot of that schedule-wise very soon. So I am sorry about the group watches that they're going away for a little while, but trust me, they will be back. Bear with me. It's just that with as much recorded content as we have and now live content as we're going to have, the group watches weren't in high demand at the moment. So Alex says, hi, yes, I'm excited for, I saw the trailer today. How can we not be excited for Bill and Ted 3? I mean, Death is even back. The group watches were great, especially during quarantine, but I get why we're slowing down on them. We might come back in force, but we'll see. Just for now, it's so much content going on, and I want to keep you guys entertained with original stuff. So, with that being said, we talked about Bill and Ted's Extra Adventure. I also want to talk about Al Jaffee, who, if you are unaware of who he is, he was the comic artist for Mad magazine for 65 years. The man retired at a record-breaking 99 years old. The next Mad magazine, magazine will be his last fold-out comic strip. So we just want to wish him a happy retirement. That is awesome. It is truly amazing to reach 65 years as an artist in the business, especially on an influential piece like Mad Magazine, which for years was, and to retire at 99 years old. Well, God bless you, man. Hope there's many more. Hope there's many more for you. Another interesting bit of news today is Space Force. Who's watched Space Force? Has anybody watched Space Force? I know I did. And I liked it, but I didn't love it. I wouldn't mind seeing season 2, but if they didn't come back with one, I don't think I'd be that upset, honestly. But overwhelmingly, it was underwhelming, I should say, not overwhelmingly. Overall, it was underwhelming to me, especially for as much. Yeah, Alex agrees, and I definitely Alex is the man to talk to about space. So, see, the thing is, a lot of people put down Space Force. Now, I get why, because of who put it together, but who here doesn't want one? I mean, seriously, who here does not want a Space Force, a branch of the military dedicated strictly to going to space? I wish that it would make ties with like SpaceX and people who are, or companies and NASA especially, who are much more how do you say advanced than this branch is just yet. But seriously, who doesn't want Space Force? We can put down a lot of things, but not Space Force. It's just too awesome. Now, but the TV show, again, I will go back for a second season. I love John Malkovich in it. I thought he was fantastic. Steve Carell was good. But Steve Carell, I feel like you can get a fatigue on Steve Carell. He a free lightsaber for every space soldier. That is true. But his character, it wasn't as original as I was hoping. I guess it would be. But I did like him in it. But again, it was John Malkovich's solo show. And his assistant, I don't know the actor's name, but his assistant, the one-star general, was still for me too. He was funny. It looks like they put the trademark on the name Space Force before the U.S. government actually did. So at least in different countries. And right now they seem to put it down in the USA in January, and that was before the branch of the military happened to do it. So we'll see what happens. They may not get it. They may get it. We'll see. But as of right now, it's very much up in the air. But the TV show might keep it. But we don't even know if they'll be back for a sequel. So audience topics. I'm going to throw them out there now. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys think about any topic, especially these. We have drive-ins are showing a lot of classics now. What would you like to see in a drive-in screen? What would definitely pull you out to come and see on a drive-in screen right now? And what genre is your go-to feel-good genre? I know a lot of people say comedy. A lot of people say maybe rom-coms or things like that. Some people are just really into drama, and that makes them feel good, or thrillers or horror. That stuff just makes them feel really good. So I actually want to hear what you guys have to say. What is your feel-good genre? And also, what classic movies could draw you out to the drive-in right now? Now, the reason I bring that up is because Thursday night I'm going to the drive-in, and they're showing Grease and they're showing Footloose as a double feature. I'm excited to see them, both good movies. My wife more so than I. We were supposed to see Ghostbusters this week as well, but Ghostbusters unfortunately got taken out of the drive-ins. That was a choice of Sony, not the drive-ins. So I would have definitely loved to go and see Ghostbusters on the big screen. Actually, I have seen it on the big screen, but on the drive-in screen. I would love to see the stand-up show. Have you heard about Burt Kreischer's tour? They're filming a show at drive-ins around the country. I did not know that. Are they really? I like Burt Kreischer, so I wouldn't mind seeing what he does. So that would be interesting. And is he doing it live at drive-ins so people would drive up, or is he filming it at drive-ins? How's that working? I haven't heard anything about it. Anxious to hear more though. So we have all right. So we have, I was talking about Ghostbusters being pulled out of the drive-in, and I'm going to see Grease and Footloose. But next week, and I think this is throughout all drive-ins, so check your local drive-in. It is going to be a double feature, Jaws and Jurassic Park. I am going to see that 100%. I cannot wait to see. I've never seen Jaws on the big screen. My wife saw it last year. Many people I know have gone and seen it, but I've always missed the chance whenever it was on the big screen to go and actually see it. Something came up at the time. I cannot wait. But yeah, I think if you check the times, I think it's happening pretty universal throughout. If not both of those movies, Jaws is, I believe. So go check that. That's next week. I think that starts this weekend, but I'm seeing it next week. I'm seeing it next Wednesday or Thursday, I forget. But yeah, I cannot wait to see Grease and Footloose as well. But I just want to, like, with everything going on, we're missing movies. Like, people aren't making movie studios right now. They're kind of just starting to get started. A lot of them aren't really even going to get started till July. So it's more about distribution of the classics to be back up on the big screens. And I want to hear what people want to see, especially in a drive-in theater. That would be amazing. This is going to be kind of a short show, just to let you guys know. I have a kidney stone. I have been out of commission the past few days. I'm doing my best to keep my best foot forward and stay upright. So, but I love you guys, and I could not come on, if that makes sense. I had to come on and be with some of you and talk to you. So I'm not hearing from too many people, though. I want to hear your feel-good movie genres. What are they? One topic I want to see Twister. Twister would be a great movie. Oh my God, especially in the scene when the Twister hits the drive-in theater. Oh, I never even thought of that. Rob, that's such a good choice. Sorry to hear that you say that. Stay strong. I am doing my best, sir. But I'm fine. I'm up. If I can be up, I'm just kind of being a big baby by saying I'm keeping myself up. But I never knew Jaws was being played in Jurassic Park on one of the computers on Nedry's desk. Definitely get some answers here. I love it. Nice little add-in from Spielberg. I didn't know that either. I'm going to look for that when I go see it. That'll be awesome. See Jaws inside of Jurassic Park. Len Francis. In terms of the drive-in, I'd like some of the 50s black and white classic horror flicks like Them, etc. I'd also like to see a classic horror flick like Alien or The Thing. I think that element would be creepy, especially confined to a car. I like it. Feel good movies from Alex are feel good or comedy or action sci-fi. Both solid choices. Drive-in, Star Wars: A New Hope or Alien. All right, so here's the thing. I mean, with it being summer, I'm just basing it off of where we're at now. What's a good, is The Thing a good thing to see? Like, I don't like watching The Thing when it's hot outside because I like to watch it when it's cold outside. When there is snow on the ground, I love watching The Thing. I think it's a great movie for that. You really feel the isolation when you're kind of trapped inside. The driveway is full of snow. But I also want to know what people think in terms of is Alien a good movie for the drive-in? I think so. I think if you take The Thing and Alien, okay, I'm going a little bit off on a tangent here. Not really a tangent, just kind of bear with me, fly with me, if you will. So The Alien and The Thing are both very solid, not solid, they're just truly fantastic alien movies, alien-based movies. Now, is it me, or even though that it's the coldness of space, but Alien feels like a very hot movie. It just feels very hot, feels very confined, hot box type feel. Yeah, I agree. Evan, where have you been? We've missed you, buddy. So, and then The Thing is a very cold movie. It's still isolated, but it still seems, even though it's isolated, it's open. And I think that's the scariest part about The Thing is like, you can't go anywhere in Alien. You're in a spaceship, in space. You're screwed. And The Thing, you can go anywhere you want. You're never going to survive the journey, but you can go. And I love that it's like a complete antithesis of each other. And I like that. So with that being said, it being summertime, I think Alien would probably be something I'd want to see on the drive-in more than The Thing. And here's the weird part about that. I think I'd want to see The Thing. I think I'd want to see, I'd see both at the drive-in. I'd see both at the theater. I think I'd want to see the Alien at the drive-in, which is an open space. And I think I'd prefer seeing The Thing at a movie theater, which is a confined space. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's just the way they make me feel. Evan, I want to see the Burning or Friday the 13th films in drive-ins. That's solid. I especially like where you're going with that because you're going with like a forest feel. That's pretty awesome. Of course, really any horror movie would be awesome to see at the drive-in. I feel like when we talk about the drive-in movies, it's your first thought goes to horror, then I would say sci-fi, if you guys would agree. All right, it says the Scene Snobs, but I don't know how that's possible. I'm right here. I hear ya. Adulthood stinks. Laugh out loud. This is Len. Oh, okay, it's Len. I don't know how to switch off the Scene Snobs to respond. Laugh out loud. Well, that's fine. You can keep talking as the Scene Snobs, but we all know it's you. So with the drive-in, so is that weird to anybody else? Like, what does everybody else think? Would you rather go see one or other? What movies are now different? Okay, let's change it up a little bit. So if you want to see something at the drive-in, why wouldn't you, would you still like to see it just on a big screen, or is it strictly the drive-in you would really like to see this on? That would be a good thing. Now, when it comes to the drive-in theater, I think I've never seen Jaws in any theater, so I would prefer to see Jaws. Technical difficulties. What's going on? I'm here. Oh, Rob, you silly goose. So we're just having fun tonight. This is not a normal show because I'm not feeling too well, but I did want to come on and I wanted to connect with you guys because that is the high point of my week is when I get to connect with you guys on the show, other than when I'm spending time with my kids or my beautiful wife, who is upstairs making cookies as we speak. Delicious and amazingly decorated cookies. Go check out Kimball's Cookies on Facebook. She makes some great stuff. So, another thing I want to send out. I meant to do this in the beginning, but I want to say it now. My stepson Tommy had a game tonight at a Little League game, and he got the game ball. And we are very proud of him. Tommy, we are so proud of you. That is awesome. You got 2 hits. You got throw out on second, unassisted. I am so proud of this kid. He's become quite the player. So I want to shout out to him. You mean like new releases in the drive-in, Mike? No, anything. New releases. What new releases are coming out? I want to hear what you guys want to see at the drive-in. Right now, the drive-in is like our salvation for moviegoers. And I've said this before. I hope they don't go anywhere. Thank you, Evan. Appreciate that. I hope they don't go anywhere. I want them to stay. So what can we usher in there to keep them around, keep people wanting to go? I think that there should be a list of movies that the drive-in should show, whether they were mainstream hits, blockbuster hits, or horror favorites, or sci-fi favorites, or whatever else. What can we show to keep the drive-in in business is kind of where I'm at with it. And also, I still want to hear some of those feel-good genre movies. See, I'm a weird person. Like the past couple of weeks with all the protesting and everything, I found myself watching a lot of things that kind of remind me of what's going on. And the reason I did that is because I think it helps me not cope, but it helps me connect to what's going on. So like I'll watch Mississippi Burning or A Time to Kill or To Kill a Mockingbird, things like that through the Black Lives Matter movement and the protests that are going on. Again, to connect, because I use movies as a way to connect with things. So these movies speak to me and stuff like that. So it does make me feel good. Do the Right Thing is another one, like that has helped me through this. But I know a lot of people want to watch stuff that's completely different. Now, when everybody's like, hey, you should be watching this, I'm over here watching horror movies or something. That's just me, though. But I want to know what you guys think. What are your top stuff? So, has anybody seen, there's a lot going on right now, and I wanted to talk about it a bit. Cinestate. Has anybody heard of Cinestate? So Cinestate is a production company out in Texas that has been around. They've done some movies, quite a bit of movies actually. Sorry, I was just fixing YouTube there. So Cinestate, they're under fire right now with a lot of things that have been going on under their watch. And what had happened was one of their producers to start somewhere, one of their producers, Adam Donaghy, has been arrested and he's out on bail right now because he's been arrested on charges of rape of a minor, of an actress who's 16 years old, who he worked on a movie with, undisclosed information, which I wouldn't disclose in any way. And then there was another employee that worked for, she was a production employee who worked on, in one incident, she worked on a movie with him. Her name was Kristen Leah Haynes. Wanted to get it right. She was a victim of pretty hard sexual assault, not even like sexual harassment, by this guy. I believe it was, sexually harassing. I'm sorry. So it was not sexual assault. Sexual assault and the rape was of the 16-year-old, still scumbag. But then he sexually harassed this woman while she was on set. Pretty hardcore. There's a whole tape about it, and nothing really ever came of it. And it was like an open thing. It was kind of like the Harvey Weinstein thing. Like it was just open that everybody in the Texas film scene knew who this guy was and when he was. They had heard this, because she went and like when people were like, hey, I'm going to work on this, what do you think? She would play the audio for him. Like, this is who this guy is. And then Cinestate had like kind of swept under the rug, but he's had other problems where he kind of sexually assaulted a bartender that worked for him at a theater that he owned, or that he was at least part owner of, to the point where he got kicked out, and other women have complained. Then there was, under Cinestate, Fred Williamson on the movie BFW, which is sad because I really wanted to see that movie, but I will not watch a Cinestate movie anymore, personally. I will not spend any money on them, or just even put my time into it. So Fred Williamson, who is sad to hear because I always liked Fred Williamson. And, innocent until proven guilty, but, the association has kind of come back, and the verdict's kind of come back publicly, that he was reaching out to sexually harass and sexually assault women in the on VFW's makeup team, and so much else has been going on that the people who run Cinestate, Dallas Sonier, and I believe the other woman's name. Make sure I get all of these names right for you guys. You should check out the article. It's a very long article, but it's worth noting and seeing. Yes, Amanda Presnick was the other one. They've both been have known about this for a long time. Kind of swept it under the rug in their own right, or internally we're dealing with it. And it's caused a lot of problems. And there's a lot of other things that have come out too that have been problems with Cinestate. Well, the big news today is, since this article had come out, this article is in answer to a piece that was written a few weeks ago that really called out Cinestate and everything, Fangoria, the whole 9 yards, birth movie staff, I'm sorry, all that jazz. So when it came down to it, it all comes out now. And it comes out Daily Beast, the big one, where there's a lot of evidence to back everything up. So gets into it. Now we have Joe Bob Briggs, who, one of my heroes, he was writing for Fangoria and he was writing for Rebler, who were both owned by Cinestate. He quit. He's like, in light of all the reviews, he's like, I guess I have to resign, you know, he stepped up. The first one I saw quit was, I don't know if they were the first ones, but the first ones I saw come out really was Shockwave's horror podcast, which kudos to them, man. I think that's awesome. And then other Fangoria, like Mick Garris's Postmortem podcast left, and like a slew of other Fangoria podcasts were like, we're not going to be a part of the channel anymore. They all broke away independently to do independent. And then Fangoria and Birth Movies Death came out with kind of a scathing thing, like calling into action, you know, Cinestate, like, get your stuff together. We want to know, like, if you're going to put this task force together to find out about the sexual harassment that's going on your sets and everything else, we want to know. We want to be privy to all this information. We don't want you just sweeping things under the rug like they're saying you have. And that's a pretty big deal. And the reason I keep bringing this up is because this is nothing new in Hollywood. This happens constantly, all the time. And it's sad. I saw it myself when I worked in the industry. A lot of sexual harassment, a lot of sexual, like what would be considered assault now. But back then was just like, again, was still assault. I'm not taking it away. I'm not taking the name away. I'm just saying women didn't really have the avenues or the channels that they have now, because it seems to be a lot more on their side. I remember screaming my head off at somebody while working on a production because he had just said something to the crew about an actress that was working that was in sexual, and I kicked them out. I was like, get off my set. You know, you cannot deal with those things. You cannot allow those things to happen, because if you let one go, more and more will go, and you cannot do that. You have to make everybody feel comfortable. Also, just in case nobody knows, that says make horror R-rated again. You know, just so everybody's fully aware, you know, with everything going on. So that's what that is. But yeah, so with all of this, it's just been crazy. But I'm so glad it's opening up and Cinestate's getting their comeuppance. I hate to see Fangoria go back down. It was nice to have them back, but yeah, oh well. See you guys later. It's been real. You know, it's just my feelings on it. So what do we got in comments? I don't have a specific genre. I have a list of movies that I'll watch to escape reality for 2 hours. What do you got for me, Lon? I want to hear some of these movies. Not all of them, but I want to hear some of them. So what do you guys think about this whole Cinestate thing? Have you read up on it? You know, if not, I really suggest you checking it out. And I'm probably gonna get going soon. I saw VFW, mediocre action gore flick. I did hear that. I heard some people who really liked it. I really wanted to see it, but I just can't bring myself to do it now. I got to support the movement. Too much at stake, in my opinion, especially considering it's been happening for so long. Yeah, it's crazy times out there, man. And there's so much that needs to happen and continue to happen over and over. So, well, if anybody has anything topic-wise they want to talk about, if not, I'm probably going to get going because I am a little beat. Again, it has been a very long day. I hate to do this. I just wanted to spend some time with you because it is a huge thing. But I have a show on. I have show tomorrow. I want you guys to make sure you check that out. I was shocked. Sounds like Fangoria and BMD are just collateral damage. Are they though? We'll see. I hope that they continue to keep going. I hope they'll be all right. But it's a black mark on it with both of them, Rob. And it's sad to see. But if this has been this open throughout the Texas film community, I feel like there's no way Fangoria or BMD didn't know. It's just a fact that they didn't know, and other places had to have known as well that are connected to this. And I'll let you draw your own conclusions on that. But I mean, if it's an open secret, as everybody's saying, then it's an open secret, and everybody's at least heard about it. And now we're getting people talking about it, which is the important thing. That's what comes up. So, all right, keep in mind, guys. Take care. Evan, take care. Len, Rob, Mick, and to all the others who popped in and watched. Thanks a lot, Evan. It's always good to see you. Evan, please, if you can, be there tomorrow. We're doing the last. Oh man, I can't believe it's the last time for it. We're doing the last leg of the movie monsters bracket. So we're doing supernatural monsters, and then we're going to finish off. So please watch. I love your input every time you're a part of it. So tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. we'll all be on for Behind the Box podcast. It is it's live on the Behind the Box podcast Facebook page. So make sure you go over there. It's not on the Scene Snobs anymore. They have their own Facebook page. So follow them there. That's where they're going to be live. Everything will always be on the Scene Snobs YouTube channel. But it will live on Facebook. It will not be here on the Scene Snobs channel. It will be over there on the Behind the Box. So keep that in mind. You too, Evan. Hope you can make it tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. We're going to get this bracket finished up. Go check out the last bunch of episodes to double check. But I just want to thank everybody for joining. Had a really good time with this. Again, I'm sorry I'm a little bit out of it, but I just really wanted to get on and just spend some time with you guys and just talk some shop and everything. So until next time, this isn't an official Scene Snobs podcast, but it is the Scene Snobs podcast live. As always, next Tuesday, I promise I will be way more, unless this kidney stone has not passed, then it will be way worse, but we shall see. But I'm optimistic. So until next time, everybody, you guys take care. Love talking to you. Love your faces, and stay safe. Bye, everybody. I gotta turn you off. It's me.